Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. I am here today with SCENTSY Dupes. So I did a first video just like this probably about 2 years ago, where I went through popular SCENTSY bars and shared what I have found to be some vendor wax equivalents. That way, if you feel like you can't get your hands on the SCENTSY bars anymore, if they've been discontinued, that there are vendor wax options out there that are dead on dupes or at least very similar. I had a lot of great feedback on that video, and so as I have kind of garnered new ones, I've kept a list and wanted to share. I think I've got five more dupes to share with you guys today. So some of them I would say they're pretty much dead on dupes, and some of them I would say they're very, very similar, but they might have some subtle differences. But if a bar that you love is discontinued and you're looking for something even in the same vein as that bar, I think I have you covered there. So hopefully we can find something that's at least really similar to your favorite SCENTSY bars. I don't have every single item in front of me. Just over time, I've melted them, and that's how I've kind of figured out that things might be dupes. But I have a list of everything that I remember, some of the scents here to physically show, and yeah, we'll go ahead and jump in. The first one, I don't have either the SCENTSY bar or the vendor wax equivalent, but this one I feel really confident about, and that is SCENTSY's Happy Birthday. So the scent that I have found is the closest to that bar is from Sassy Girl Aroma, and it is her birthday cake scent. So Happy Birthday from SCENTSY has notes of sugar, whipped cream, and vanilla extract. And it is just this funfetti cake type of scent. I know it's a favorite from many. I had it in a club for quite a while, but that's one bar that was in my club when I decided to cancel my club over a year ago. And I sent some of my bars to a friend. But it is a really pretty bar. I like it a lot. If it comes back again, which I'm sure it will, it's fairly popular. It's a bar that I would pick more of up. Just a great classic funfetti cake type of scent. A lot of people do say that they get chocolate from that bar, but I have never experienced that. It's just your decadent vanilla cake. So realistically, there's probably a lot of fragrances out there that are similar in nature. But Sassy Girl Aroma's birthday cake is the one that I have found to be the closest. And I think that birthday cake scent from them is probably my favorite cake scent from anybody in vendor wax. It is such a good bar. So Sassy Girl Aromas has notes of freshly baked birthday cake with a sweet frosting. So she's open again for orders, for pre-orders. If you are mainly a SCENTSY person and don't buy too much vendor wax, Sassy Girl Aroma had a really tragic fire in their store and their kind of manufacturing site about a year ago and lost everything. And so they had to rebuild and restart. And they are open for pre-orders again, and they're just now getting back to pouring. And so I can only imagine that this scent will be on the list. So if you like Happy Birthday from SCENTSY, definitely try Sassy Girl Aroma's birthday cake. And I will leave all the vendors' websites or Facebook groups, things like that, down in the description box. That way, if you're new to those vendors, you can go ahead and click just the links below to direct you. Also, I'll link a video down below or up in the card here. If you're new to vendor wax, if you're stumbling upon this video and you're like, what the heck is vendor wax? I love SCENTSY bars. I want to find something similar. I have a whole video where I do a deep dive on what vendor wax is. It's a time-stamped video, so it's long. It is a long video. It has a lot of information in it, but it's time-stamped, so you can pick and choose what you might be interested in learning about and figuring out how to order from a vendor wax. So I will leave that above as well, or down in the description box as a resource for you guys if you're just SCENTSY people. So that is the first one. The second one is Vanilla Waves. I know that this scent is so widely popular from to a lot of people, and I'm surprised at Scentsy because of how popular, at least on YouTube, I hear it talked about. I'm surprised it hasn't made its way back. Vanilla Waves has notes of sea salt, whipped vanilla, and caramel. I feel like the caramel wasn't even super present in this bar. I feel like it was a very sea salt, light caramel, but heavy vanilla type fragrance. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous scent. Unfortunately, I never got great performance from Vanilla Waves. If it came back, I would still grab some to try again, but it definitely for me was a lighter bar. But I have 2 dupes to share with you guys today. Things that I have found that are pretty darn close. Now, both of these that I'm going to share with you, I don't think are 100% identical to Vanilla Waves, but I think they are very similar. I think that they were maybe created to be dupes of Vanilla Waves, and so they'll definitely give you that same vibe. They're going to get you really, really close. First one is from Lavender and Speckles, and it is Vanilla Surf. So Vanilla Surf has creamy vanilla, toasted marshmallow, driftwood, and sea salt. So this one I think is very similar. It has the sea salt, it has the vanilla. The driftwood I think changes this one a bit. You're getting hints of a caramel, even though there's not caramel in the notes. Maybe it's just the way the vanilla and the marshmallow are playing together. It's a very creamy, salty vanilla, light on any sort of sweet note like a caramel, but I do get a little bit of a driftwood note in here, which I think changes it a little bit from Vanilla Waves, but they are very, very close. And if you were a huge Vanilla Waves lover, I think you would still really enjoy this. Really similar. And if you can't even get your hands on anything close to Vanilla Waves, this one is a good one. So Beth takes requests really, really well for her pre-order. So I'm only imagining that this would be offered soon if there was a request made for it. So probably definitely an easy one to get your hands on. Beth also offers customs. Beth, the owner of Lavender and Speckles, she offers customs, and so you can get on her customs list. You can make a custom order of Vanilla Surf and get some that way. So this one of the 2 I'm going to share with you is probably the easier to get your hands on, just for how Lavender and Speckles does her pre-orders. The other one I wanted to mention, though, is from Teddy Bees, and it is Beach Bronzed. Again, one that I think is extremely similar, definitely puts you in the same scent family as Vanilla Waves. This is ribbons of caramel and honey, sensual vanilla cream, salty driftwood, toasted vanilla, and hints of smoked marshmallow fluff. This is gorgeous, and this smells very similar to Vanilla Surf to me too. The one difference I find with this one is that this one seems to have more caramel in it. The sweet caramel to me stands out more in Beach Bronze. Very similar though. You get that super sweet salty vanilla. Vanilla Surf for me is a great summer bakery. Vanilla Surf, I meant Vanilla Waves. Vanilla Waves for me is a great summer bakery because it has the bakery components to it, but it's not uber sweet. It's very light and fresh. I think it originally came out in a summer catalog. Very, very similar fragrance. Now, Teddy Bees is going to be a little bit harder to get your hands on because she only does 3 pre-orders a year, and she has quite a list of scents, and so the likelihood of this one in particular coming back for the next pre-order might be a little slimmer. However, you can always vote for it when it comes time for her next pre-order, which should be in May. She will take requests and people vote, so you can hype this up on her Facebook page to try to get it back. But since this is a recent pour, this was made in July of 2024, I bet people on the D-Stash pages have it. So if you go to the Lighten That Stash or Lighten My Stash, I'll link it below, D-Stash page on Facebook, and you say you're looking for Teddy Bees Beach Bronze, I guarantee you somebody will have this and would sell it to you. So you could try. But those are the two for Vanilla Waves that I feel like are incredibly similar. So if you are a lover of that bar, please give one of these a try and let me know what you think. Next dupe I'm going to talk about is a scent that actually is available in the catalog, so there's really no reason to dupe it, but I have found that this bar has a lot of similarities across many vendors, so I just wanted to share here as another option, maybe a slightly different take on the bar in case this bar ever goes away, and that is Luna. Luna's highly popular. I can't see it leaving the catalog, but over the years, I found quite a few dupes in vendor wax for Luna. So Luna has notes of jasmine, sweet pea, freesia, berries, and sandalwood. Just this really beautiful, slightly fruity floral type of perfumey bedroom scent. Very feminine in nature to me. It's a classic for a reason. It is stunning, and I can't imagine leaving the catalog anytime soon, but just in case, Teddy B's Moon Dancer would be one that I think is incredibly similar to Luna, and that's one of the first things that I thought about when I smelled the scent for the first time was Luna. So Moon Dancer has notes of white florals, sandalwood, dark berries, sweet pea, and golden vanilla. This, I think, is identical. I think this is one that is the dead-on identical dupe. It has that same sweet floral component, the sweet berries in here, the perfumey quality, perfect for a bedroom, bathroom type of fragrance. I really enjoyed this scent. And, you know, I used to really love Luna as well, and I melted quite a bit of it, and then I felt like I had kind of burnt myself out a little bit, and so I took a break from Luna for probably a couple of years. I think I do have a bar of Luna, but I couldn't find it when I was trying to pull for this video, and I thought, forget it. Luna's one that you guys are probably more familiar with. But now I'm back to it. I'm craving those types of scents, the fruities, the florals, and so I definitely want to find my bar and melt it here pretty soon. But again, one that's still available, but if it ever goes away, or if you're just looking for something similar in vendor wax, try Teddy B's Moon Dancer. Okay, this is the only one that I actually have a Scentsy bar for and the vendor wax equivalent, and that is Pink Leather. So Pink Leather was a scent of the month, August of 23, I think. I absolutely love this bar. This is stunning. This is so, so good. This has notes of wild strawberry, toasted vanilla, and pink leather. Now, I don't know what pink leather smells like. I really don't get too much leather in this at all. It's very subtle if it's there. I get more of the sweet berries, the vanilla, kind of a strawberry with just a teeny bit of leather. Yeah, I don't get too much from that, but I love this fragrance. It is such a good, classic, sweet, fruity vanilla strawberry. So I'm kind of hoarding the last bars that I have. I don't know if this is the last one I have or not, but I am melting them sparingly because I don't want to be rid of it too quickly. But one that I have found is not 100% identical, but it is very, very similar. It's from Lavender and Speckles College Sweethearts. So this one is strawberry pound cake, fresh mountain air, and a hint of leather. So you're definitely getting that strawberry, vanilla kind of bakery fragrance. The leather is in here. So what I think is slightly different from College Sweethearts to Pink Leather is the leather note. This one definitely has more of a leather note that stands out. It's still not incredibly strong. It's not leather in your face, but I can pick up more leather in this one than in the Scentsy bar. But it still has that same really nice creamy vanilla strawberry. This has notes of fresh mountain air. I really don't see that in this too terribly much. I'm mainly getting that strawberry pound cake and the leather. So So again, I wouldn't say these are 100% dead on dupes, absolutely identical, but I think they're very similar and would definitely give you a similar vibe. And maybe you could even blend this with a little bit more vanilla or a little bit more strawberry or something, just to tone down the leather a tiny bit. But I think if you're a lover of pink leather, that you would love Lavender and Speckles College Sweetheart. And then the last one I have to talk about today is definitely the newest one in the bundle, and that is Scentsy's Quiver. That is a bar that I had years ago and really enjoyed, but I feel like it's one of those kind of you either love it or you hate it type of bars. It really has the fragrance of kind of a mature perfume, at least in my opinion. But it was a beautiful bedroom scent. I really enjoyed it, and I know that a lot of people did as well. So Quiver has notes of vanilla flower, sandalwood, and tuberose. You definitely get the tuberose. You get this floral component. The sandalwood, you definitely can tell it's a body care, perfumey type fragrance, but it definitely leans on a little bit more of the mature lady side. Well, recently I got a new one from Teddy B's that when I smelled it, for a while I couldn't quite put my finger on what I was getting from this. And the more I thought about it, I kept coming back to this is Quiver from Scentsy. And Elizabeth Quinn from Elizabeth Scenes and Scents has agreed with me. She has a bar of Quiver. It has been able to compare. So I trust her comparison as well. And that it's not just my nose that feels this way, but it's also, it's also hers. And that one is Teddy B's Vintage Flannel. So again, kind of a similar story with the Beach Bronze. Probably not one that's going to be coming back to a pre-order anytime soon, but this is a new pour. This was just made in October of 2024, and so I know that there are people on the destash groups that have this scent that will be willing to destash it. I don't think this was a favorite to too many people. It's a very particular type of scent. So, but if you like Quiver and are looking to try this, I would go for the destash pages and see what you can find. So Vintage Flannel, this has notes of leaves, sandalwood, cedarwood, dark chocolate, suede, velvet woods, jasmine, and musk. So the notes are very different, and I have to admit that when I ordered this scent, I was expecting something very, very different than what this scent smells like. But it gives me that very similar vibe to Quiver in a lot of ways. It really is a stunning fragrance, and I'm very happy that I have so much of it like I do. You know, I will admit, after smelling this, now that it's cured for a little bit, I am picking up more of the leaves than I used to. When I first got this scent back in November or whenever it was, I was not getting really any of the leaves or anything like that from this scent. It was very much this perfumey quality. Now that this has sat for a few months, I'm definitely picking up more of the leaves. I still think this is very similar to Quiver, that my opinion hasn't changed on that. But now I'm kind of feeling like it's not quite of a dead-on dupe as I had originally thought, because as it's sat, it's changed a little. It's so interesting. I still think this is very similar. I think if you like Quiver, you would really enjoy this one, but I'm picking up more of the leaves note now than I used to. Still a very similar scent. If you're looking for that type of fragrance, I would see if you can find this one on the destash group, because it is gorgeous. And that's one thing that's really interesting I have found about Teddy B's more than any other vendor, is that her wax will smell one way when you get it, and then as you let it sit for a while and cure and all those oils kind of melt together, things change and other notes come out, and I don't know, it's an interesting adventure, vendor waxes. But that's all I have today. Those are my 5 dupes or similar fragrances that if you're missing one of the Scentsy bars, that you guys might like these. I really hope that you enjoyed. I hope that you found this helpful, and I will start my list over. I just keep a list on my phone of anytime I come across something and share with you guys again when I have another set. I will also link the original video above as well if you guys have not seen the original video and you want to see what those other dupes are. I've got apple butter frosting, some other really fun ones as well. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Let me know down below if this was helpful for you or if you're going to look for any of these fragrances, and I will see you very soon in my next one. Bye.